Hmm? Oh, hello. You must be the new person here, right? Huh, I had a figure. What's your name? That's a very cool name. My name's Deacon Walker. Pleasure to meet you. Very nice to meet you. Looks like you have another person you can talk to in the hotel, am I right? Nice. So, what do you want to do? Oh, you just want to get to know me better? Sure, I would love to. I would love to get to know you better as well. Come on, I know a place where we can talk about stuff. All right, let's go. Well, since now we are here, so what do you want to talk about first? Hobbies? All right, let's see what your hobbies are. Even mine as well. Nice hobbies. Very impressive. What are my favorite hobbies? Hmm. Well, to be honest, I don't really have that much hobbies. Well, uh, basically, I pretty much murder people. I mostly in the hotel a lot, I guess. Always on my phone sometimes. And just chilling like a villain or something like that. Like that's all. That's like all that I can pretty much do, I guess. So basically, so tell me more about yourself. Dang, that's a lot, I guess. Well, I think there's some things that you might heard from the others, but I might as well just tell you, anyways. Basically, I basically have a job at IMP. Um, I have so many people that support me. Um, I have a grandmother that you just saw when you arrived. Um, and this might sound like, I guess, crazy, but I don't know if you would believe it though. But I pretty much have about like 6 girlfriends right now. I had a figure that you wouldn't believe that, but it's true. Well, I guess you might already know them because you met them already. So I might as well tell you who they are. Well, my first ever one actually, you already met her, which is Raven, pretty much. And we first met when basically where I was just going to the market and getting some cereal because I ran out of cereal before. And then I went to an alley where she was about to get, like, I don't know, murdered or raped. I don't know. But I stopped her from some sort of, like, perv. And that's where we started hanging out. We became friends pretty much, and like then on Valentine's Day, we decided to go on a date, and that's where we decided to make it official. She had a bad apartment back then, but she doesn't anymore. She now lives here, safe and sound, and at least she has me with her, at least. Well, my second one, and I might as well tell you my third one. It might be a shocker to you, but it's Charlie and Vaggie. Yeah, I could tell in your face you're shocked. Well, it's a long story, but I'll just tell you anyways. So ever since I came to the hotel, I pretty much had rough days and like bad days and all that. And like if I had any problems or anything, Charlie and Vaggie were like always there for me. And at first, I didn't know this, but apparently, we all three of us both liked each other, and none of us knew. And when I shoot my shot, um, pretty much that's where we went our first date, I guess. It's a little hard to say. Basically, then after that, we decided to just, I guess, make it official, I guess. And before you came, I had some problems, and yeah, that's why we decided to like get like together, I guess. We decided to just make it official because they were always there for me, and I was always there for them. So, yeah, pretty amazing. Well, then my fourth girlfriend, this may also might shock you, but it's Veronica Mayday. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Um, the reason why is because, like, funny story. When I came here and I started getting used to this place, and before you came, she always started to like flirt with me, pretty much, and I don't, I didn't get really uncomfortable or something like that around her, like anything like that, and I pretty much liked it, I guess. I don't know. And then that's where, one day I sang like a song to her. Um, she was impressed and she loved it, and it was pretty much like a little date, I guess. And yeah, that's where we decided to make it official and all that. And not gonna lie, she is very good at cuddles. Like, not gonna lie, I never knew she was like a good cuddler like that. So yeah, pretty much. Then my fifth one is Octavia, which you saw. Basically, after I arrived at the hotel, um, basically, when I didn't trust the hotel or anything, she comforted me and she understand what I was feeling. And when we started talking to each other about like our lives and stuff, I I was shocked on what her family was going through and all that. So yeah, it was crazy. Then one night, she was just very upset. She was crying in her room, so I went to check up on her. Surprisingly, she was alright, but at the same time, she wasn't. I comforted her for like about a few minutes, and then she pretty much confessed to me and all that. And yeah, that's where it all started with her, so I guess. Well, now for my sixth one and final girlfriend for now, I guess. Um, and yeah, basically it's Luna. yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Basically, one day, well, before that, when I arrived at the hotel, and I know I keep saying this, but that's how we first met. Basically, she heard of what I'd gone through and all that, and when I heard what she has gone through, I realized that we both pretty much went through the same thing, kinda. Like, I'm sorry, it's just a little hard to explain since I shouldn't be explaining this, but yeah. So yeah, that's why I'm like trying to figure out words that I'm trying to say and like in my mouth and all that. Like I don't even know. I just don't know. But anyway, so then pretty much days later, basically after at the time I was designing like new weapons for IMP, so that was cool. And I still do. Then one day Luna just came up to me and we both pretty much went on a date, I guess. And we went to the human world. She got into her human disguise, I guess. And I never knew that until she told me before we went. We just hung out, watched fireworks. We both pretty much confessed. And we went from there. Like, I'm starting to laugh. I'm legit starting to laugh because, funny story. When, like, the next day, when me and Luna went back to the hotel, basically, Millie pretty much gave it away, which pretty much, I thought it would make Blitz angry, I guess. Like, I'm sorry, but Blitz pretty much pulled a gun on me, and, dude, I'm sorry, I can't help it. Um, then I explained to him on all that, and I thought I was done. But no, he told me that I was lucky, and yeah, at least he didn't hate me after that. Like he was cool with it. He was cool with it because I'm a very nice dude and all that. And this is embarrassing to say, but but pretty much since I thought I was dead, I pretty much beat myself a bit. I know. Oh, it's so funny. Basically, then, um, after he said that I was good, I was like, phew, thank God, man. And I, I was like, oh, dude, I need to go change my underwear now. Like, all that, and yeah, it was so embarrassing. But, yeah, at least he didn't fire me, so that's a good thing. And ever since, uh, ever since I had these girls, I pretty much been protecting them. Um, so yeah, pretty cool. Also, I just got one question for you. How did you end up here, anyways? Damn, that's crazy, man. dang. Oh, how did I ended up here? Ooh, dang. Oh, that's a little hard to explain, but I'll just say this. I pretty much didn't die. Yeah, it sounds confusing, but, the reason why I don't really look like the others, like, I don't have any, like, emotional scars or anything like that, but I have demon eyes, it's because, I might as well tell you everything. So, I know I shouldn't really say this, and I know it's sad and emotional to tell you, but I guess I guess you really want to know, so I might as well tell you. Um, I, I'm sorry, I just don't know how to start it. Um, it all started in the human world. Um, I was born in a abusive family. My mom and dad and my older brother were always abusive, and they abused me every day, and yeah, it sucked really bad. I didn't enjoy it. I was going through a bunch of pain back then. But my grandmother, which you already saw, my papa, my granny and granddad, even my uncle Mark, were actually very nice to me. They were the nicest people that I ever known in my life. Like, they were so nice. But that all came to an end. But before that, when I was 9 years old, my mom had another child. His name was Joshua. Um, and he was also abused as well. But at least the rest of our family members helped us through and all that. And the reason why we couldn't like call the police or anything because my parents would threatened us that if we ever called the police or if any of my other family members called the police, they will just pretend that they're nice parents and all that and just all that. And yeah, that's why we didn't tell anybody about it. I was still going to school at the time, at least. And of course, those other humans that you saw, those are my friends. The two goth, um, the two goths that you saw, um, which are pretty much together, which is, Sarah and Mike, and the blonde one that you saw, which was Trent, of course. Um, so yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm getting emotional for this, but this kept happening and all that, and I thought nothing would change and all that. My uncle was getting affected by this disease, and we were getting up money to help him and all that. So yeah, but a miracle happened one day. I used to sneak out a lot. One night I snuck out of the house to go see my grandparents, and I saw this kitten. It was a white cat, and it was a girl. So yeah, Just let me clarify that. And she was almost hit by a truck, but I saved her. I started loving her, and that's where I called her Sally, pretty much. And that's where, like, life was going good, but then one of my so-called friends, which, thank God, is not here, which his name I'm not gonna say, because I get so mad if I say his name. But he pretty much took money away from us, and my uncle wasn't able to survive his disease and pretty much passed away 2 days later, just like that. It was so sad. And I was blamed for his death by my parents and my older brother, but none of my other family members didn't blame me. So that's good. Even my friends, they were always there to support me. So yeah. Then years went by until I was 18, which was about 4 or 5 months ago. I don't know anymore. One night, me and my little brother went out of the house to go see my grandparents, even Sally. Sadly, my granny and grandpa had to invite my grandmother and my papa to their house because my grandmother and papa was evicted out of their house, which was sad. So yeah, but still, it was fun. We had a little bit of fun until my parents and my older brother found out about it, and they arrived, and things just took a tragic turn from there. My dad had a gun at the time, and before we were even able to go to the house, my dad shot like some sort of tank, like I don't even know anymore, like on the side of their house, and it just exploded. Heard screams from my granny and granddad. We were all shocked. We ran for it. And sadly, the reason why you don't see Sally is because she's at a place where my grandma's old friend is, and she's getting the proper care she needs. I don't even know where she is anymore. I forgot the address and all that. So, yeah, but I know she's doing okay. Anyways, then, they catched up to us, and my papa tried everything to protect us, but he was shot right down. Nobody in the neighborhood heard it or anything. Everybody was asleep. Everything was quiet. Then, we pretty much got separated from my grandmother, me and my brother, and I thought that I would never see her again until now, or I don't even know. Then one night, me and my little brother tried sneaking some food, but we got caught. My dad was beating the crap out of him with his belt. I was able to, like before I say anything, my older brother also was kind of beating me up, but he had his hands on my throat and pinning me to the wall. That's where I was full of rage. my mom didn't do anything. She just sat there and just watched. With me full of rage, I pretty much fought back. My older brother ended up with a bloody nose. My dad heard what was going on. Put my little brother back in his room and was about to go for me next, but I was able to dodge him, and I gave him one swipe and I just ran for it. Went into my room, I locked it, and it was a strong lock as well. My dad was kicking at the door. At that time, I had a rock, and I used that rock to bust open the window, and that's where I was able to escape. Apparently, when I was escaping, I brought along my stuff, and then I was able to escape, and apparently there was a bus in particular that was here in hell, pretty much, and, pretty much then I got on it, and the last thing I remember was passing out before I came here, and that's where I met the others. At first I didn't trust them, but when they saw what was happening to me, because I was found by one of my older brother's friends that apparently, I guess, brought a bus here, and he was notified to get me. He started beating the crap out of me like he was about to kill me, but I was able to defeat him at least. Like, after I fought back, I pretty much strangled him to death before breaking his neck. And that's where pretty much, I don't even remember who healed me. I think it was Stolas. So he healed me up. I was just in tears and all that, and didn't know what to do until when I saw my grandmother. I was alright. I was fine. So, yeah. And ever since what happened, I just went from there, and when I started working for RMP and started, killing our targets, pretty much I pretty much started building weapons, and of course I built an animatronic that you just saw, which is Frodo, and that's where I got these demon eyes, and they're permanent as well, so, yeah, I guess, and that's how I pretty much ended up here. Then I protected my friends, my girlfriends, from, the harm. Even my grandmother was experiencing it as well. I was able to save their lives. I was able to keep a suit, which is a bunny suit, a yellow bunny suit, which is Spring Bonnie, I call it. Then later I would become the Ghost Rider, which you might have saw in newspapers, and you might have saw me. And also in newspapers you would have saw me as a hellhound, pretty much. So yeah, everything was happening. It was crazy. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, I'm glad that we met and we got to know each other and all that, so... yeah, what do you want to do now? Sure, I'm down. Let's go ask Husk for some drinks. But hold on. I can't drink because I hate beer and alcohol, and I'm 19, so yeah, I am not doing that. So yeah, but Husk got some other drinks for me, so yeah. Are you down? Alright, let's go.